we have said, and indeed I and our friends at Verizon, who Ivan, have written some joint op-eds on precise this issue to try to define it. We have a problem on the internet that it's possible to overwhelm the internet by one or two actors, and so there's a legitimate need to, if you will, manage the data type. In other words, we don't want to have video overwhelming everything else, which is the typical way this is expressed. What we are concerned about is that the people who run the internet might use that excuse as an opportunity to then promote, for example, one video over another. And this would roughly be the same argument that if you owned a media company, you would only allow that media company to be available over your television stations, right? Just as a bad model. Imagine if Sony, and they don't do this, if their Sony televisions could only receive one kind of programming, it would be bad for everybody. So we think it's important that whatever regulations ultimately get put in place, and I'm sure there will be some, guarantee that within the same class of service the operators do not favor. We are okay if they want to discriminate against one category against another. So video, if they want to say video needs to be prioritized lower than voice, for example. But within video, a typical example, we don't want them to censor one by charging for one and not the other, that kind of thing. And that's what we've been arguing for a long time. I think our view is with the, everything we've been able to figure out is our view is pretty much where the American people are. People want choices. They understand that there are some issues around capacity and so forth, and so they want some thoughtful way of doing that. On the specific, I'm not a lawyer, I don't understand the specific reasoning behind the decision, but I'm sure that ultimately the internet will have some kind of rule like I'm describing, either enforced on it or done by agreement among the key players. It's just too fundamental. You can't have the operators picking the voices. It's just a bad decision.